The ability to assess the quality of medical care and compare it with operating expenses is the main criterion of healthcare effectiveness in any country. For us, it's important to create conditions in which the level of medical care doesn't depend on a doctor's qualifications, medical capabilities, or geographic position of patients. For objective information, it's necessary to exclude the human factor. This can only be achieved through the creation of conditions of automatic simultaneous multi-channel recording and monitoring of all manipulations of specialists and fixing it on special equipment. Only objective information can be a criterion for remote decision-making. Maximum reliability, the possibility of synchronous use and analysis of received medical information from various sources simultaneously by different doctors, separated from each other by time and location. All of that is an exact discipline called telemedicine. The purpose of this presentation is to present the technical and organizational possibilities which can be offered by our project for solving telemedicine problems. The unique feature of the project is that all types of medical information used by doctors for disease prevention, diagnostics, treatment, surgery and intensive care are digitally integrated with each other. This ensures all kinds of medical information under these circumstances can be synchronously and simultaneously recorded and broadcast. Continuous registration of all medical information from devices and specialists is carried out in real time using a digital multi-track recorder. This recorder is similar to an aeroplane's black box. If necessary, any situation can be restored at any time with the possibility of local or remote view to collect evidence or analyze errors. Recorded information is analyzed to identify fragments of medical manipulations that pose increased risk to the patient. It can also help to identify gaps in the skills of doctors and other medical personnel. Transmission of such complex, multi-track information allows us to organize medical consultations and medical training remotely during any medical manipulations. All kinds of medical information, including video from devices like surgical field camcorders, endoscopes, surgical microscopes, ultrasonic diagnostic apparatus, angiography, etc., and audio such as doctors' comments, Doppler analyzer and stethoscope sounds, etc., data transmission from anesthesia equipment, patient monitoring devices, infusion therapy stations, gas sensors, text messaging, and much more. All this makes it possible for both local and remote specialists to access complex information. Our integral system represents a benchmark for medical and hospital information systems. It compiles manipulations into an electronic medical history, creates a new kind of management, thus providing high-quality, cost-effective medical care. These systems are designed for remote medical consultations and distance training, both in real-time and deferred modes, using any type of communication channel. Technical solutions used in the project allow us to integrate the whole infrastructures of medical institutions into one network, operating and intensive care rooms, therapeutic and diagnostic rooms, staff rooms, doctors' offices, all nurses' stations, managers and other facilities such as meeting rooms and classrooms. As an example, here you can see an integrated operating theatre. The presented solution was designed exactly for an abdominal operation and endoscopic surgery. There is an option to plug in any type of equipment instead of a traditional endoscope at any time, such as an operating microscope, X-ray, ultrasound analyzer or dental camera. Individual displays are placed on the hanging brackets and are movable. Members of the operating team have their own individual display showing the information needed at any particular time. Information can be quickly switched between different windows and from one display to another. Power supply cables and additional cables for data and video transmission and a device for distortion and suppression of crosstalk are inside the console. Information can be transmitted simultaneously over 5 channels. 2 parallel channels are for medical video. 1 channel transmits medical telemetry data and command signals from local or remote medical devices. 1 duplex radio channel is for voice transmission and the 5th channel is for two-way transmission of text messaging. At a customer's request, the number of channels can be increased. Our system has a desktop function providing full analysis of medical manipulations imaging. For example, visualization of the whole field of medical manipulations during surgery. In this way, session participants can use different colored markers to point to the specific areas of a patient's body where a biopsy should be taken. Or, using an integrated drawing function or text over the picture, a doctor consultant shows the boundaries of a tumor or the curve over which a resection is made. Two parallel channels of data transmission and medical video information displays are needed to allow, for example, a remote doctor consultant during the process of a telecommunication session between different telemedicine systems, or a doctor consultant from a remote medical education center to see the main and additional information. In the course of different surgeries such as endoscopic, abdominal, neurosurgical, ophthalmic, ENT, dental and others, all participants see not only an image of the surgery object, but also a view of the operating theatre and all manipulations carried out by the surgical team. Another example. During ultrasound, a doctor absent from the location sees not only medical video information transferred from the ultrasound device, but also an image showing the sensor arrangement on the patient's body. This allows a physician advisor to not only do a consultation, but also adjust the diagnostic process. During remote medical training, if one video channel shows previously recorded footage of a unique diagnostic procedure or surgery, the other channel transmits video of doctors making comments. As well as video broadcasting in parallel, it's possible to transmit any text documents, presentations or other material on the second channel. Thus, a doctor in another location has the same information as the doctor with the patient. One or more channels of telemetry information and technological signals are intended for remote control of all kinds of medical equipment. Such as cameras, robotic microscopes for pathological diagnosis and robots for remote surgical operations and light fixtures, and operating control over a patient's table position. One implementation of the project allows for organizing consultations and distance training, not only with one remote specialist or patient, but with other participants in various locations. For this, a computer server was set up, allowing to combine the IT networks of medical institutions into a global cascade network. Our system can be used by any communication channel: telephone lines, radio, cellular, fiber optics, satellite networks and others. It includes certification of secure protection of any information resources. You can use a personal USB key, biometric scanning devices or removable storage drives placed in a special safety box. The system is available in different installation versions for operating theatres, diagnostic rooms and the offices of heads of medical institutions and consultants. This telemedicine system was developed for mobile hospitals and locations such as vehicles, ships, planes and helicopters, so it can operate as a complex system anywhere, in combination with a compact satellite station. To minimize the time to realize this project, we developed a standardized questionnaire. It determines the possible scope of actions for rapid deployment of our technologies. Our personnel can easily install everything. We can adapt a solution with respect to each of the standardized terms and conditions brought up in the questionnaire. Terms of reference are requirements for all hospital structural units, diagnostic rooms, operating theatres and hybrid rooms. It concerns hardware and software, remote access systems, server components, multi-track digital recorders and systems for editing complex information, including for data networks. In any case, we recommend preparing an exact roadmap for specific and timely project realization. Clinics don't have to worry about their staff implementing a project. These functions are our responsibility. We ensure the deployment of a sufficient number of specialists, both during the implementation stage and operational phases of the project. All information used in this project, including technology and equipment descriptions, have Ministry of Health certificates and Russian and European know-how licenses and patents. Our project's main technical and organizational details have been presented at major medical exhibitions and workshops in Germany, Great Britain, Italy, Sweden, China, and numerous events in Russia. For example, at the State Council under the auspices of the President of the Russian Federation. They're used at medical institutions in Russia and abroad.